Now this is a bit of a weird video, something weird, something short, but something I just wanted to talk about. Now we all love game soundtracks, we all love music in general, well, I don't know how you could live without it. There's songs that I've heard in the past that I didn't know the lyrics to or didn't know the song, and years later they've came into my mind again somehow, and I've wanted to find them. Out of those songs there was around 5, and happily to say, I found them all. When I was a kid, I didn't have Google, and I didn't have Shazam, so I couldn't find a song straight away by getting my phone to tell me what that song was. And even then, sooner or later you would find it. Through a lot of searching, we have YouTube, we have the internet now to find whatever song we're looking for. But what about game soundtracks? Mainly talking about retro game soundtracks. There's a lot of unpopular games out there, a lot of games people don't remember. How are you going to listen to every single song from every game? Now, very weirdly, every now and again, this song would pop into my head. And this started way over 25 years ago. I remember the first time I was sitting in school and I was like, what's that song from? Is that from a game? A TV show? A cartoon? What is it? There was no way of me finding it. So, obviously at the time, I went through all my games to try and find this song. I thought maybe it was on a level that I played once. On a hard game. Maybe it was at a friend's house, so I started to play other friends' games, going to the house saying, can I play a game that was obscure or one I didn't know too well? Because where was this song from? But, after all those years, I never found it. And it still was in my head. Every now and again it would come up. All I could picture was a map, like a world map. And I thought to myself, either it's a golf game, a racing game, or a football game. All the games I don't really play. So how was I going to find this? What game could it have been? I narrowed it down back in the day for a selection of football games. I didn't know most of the names for them, but that's understandable because they were called different names in different countries. Now, I was never into sports games, but a lot of my friends were. In the UK, London, most people are into football. Or if you want to call it soccer, whatever. I don't care. I don't like the sport. But that's all my friends played. In my entire life, I've owned 3 football games. Football Italia 90, I believe it's called. European Club Soccer, which is called World Trophy Soccer in America, and FIFA 13. The only reason I got FIFA 13 because I had a lot of friends playing it at the time and they wanted me to get it so we could have a laugh online, which we did, and it lasted for about 2 weeks. And then back to not liking football games again. And as a kid, I had to sit there bored out of my skull watching my friends play football games. They could have said the same thing about me playing fighting games, to be honest, but I found football games a lot more boring than anything else. I would actually rather watch paint dry. Now I also remember some random football games going around that we were playing. So I thought my search for this song was lost. And I remember this racing game that I didn't play a lot but my dad did on the Sega Mega Drive. But then I also remembered other friends playing a lot of football games and some of them, some golf games. But then I did dabble in a few American football games, some tennis games. So it could have been any of these games this song that was stuck into my head was from. And I thought the search would be impossible. All them games, I'd have to purchase all of them, go through every song, each different stages. It could even be an ending song, but what was it? What was it from? I can't believe something so stupid can keep popping back into my head. And it has done for years. I would look at weird situations or people arguing, and every now and again this song would pop into my head. It was always there. And it weren't even that good of a song, but it was there. So I made an attempt around 2008. I searched the whole internet, listening to random songs from football games. I heard nothing. Looked up soundtracks, you name it, I tried it. All the games in question. That was until recently. My success in finding most of the old songs I heard back in the day that I couldn't find through lyric searches or no one knowing the songs because some of them didn't have lyrics was me having them weird search nights. It'd be late at night and I decided to search the internet. And I would find them. It could take years. One song took me about 15 years. That's how weird it is. But those songs are found. There's not another song in my head apart from this song from a game. So, I did that search for hours. And guess what? I found it. I went searching for game soundtracks for Mega Drive, SNES, arcade, you name it. Went for all the golf games, all the baseball games, John Madden games, everything. All the football games, and I was sure it was Football Italia 90. Because that was the second game I owned for the Sega Mega Drive. I got Sonic that came with it, and in Holloway Road in Islington, I managed to find the first game in the wild. No box, no manual, and it wasn't in that 3-in-1 collection. It was Football Italia 90. And I didn't want to leave that day without a game, so I got it anyway. Most of my friends liked it, and I played it a bit. I completed it once, and I thought the music must have been from that, but it wasn't. But I found the song, and it was from European Club Soccer. The reason it was so hard for me to find is because in America, it's called World Trophy Soccer. I didn't know it was the same game essentially, so I ignored it. I thought that's not the game I had, but that was the name that I kept seeing, and I didn't recognize it. Even though I did manage to listen to a few songs on that game's soundtrack, I still couldn't find this song. All that's over now. All those years of searching are over. And like I said, it's a cheesy little Sega Mega Drive song, very dated, very short, and it's the Team Selection song. Now, you can imagine it does sound like that kind of menu song that you would find in a golf game, in a racing game, in a sports game. And I couldn't believe it when I heard it. I recognized it straight away, and I was really shocked. All of this searching, all of this randomness, this song that's stuck in my head, I now have. And I can listen to it any time, which I probably won't. But it's that searching for something, that memory, and it doesn't leave you until you find it. I succeeded. Now there's no songs that I'm looking for. Well, I hope not. So I'm going to leave you with that song. I know it's a weird video, but I don't know. It was on my mind, like the song was. And I thought I wanted to tell somebody about it. Somebody that might be interested. And I know some of you, either you haven't found a song you're looking for, or you're in the same situation. Game soundtracks are amazing. Retro to a current day. I'm sure you can all agree on that. Anyway, I'll see you later. Bye.